Hello, little baby. You wanna watch a video? Yeah, nobody wants to hear that, so I don't know why Lego insists on slapping it on the front of these 4+ boxes. Makes me mad. Alright, so I suppose this video is going to come off a little bit ranty, but I recently built the first 4+ set that I've ever got my hands on, but I've watched a lot of reviews and they're all the same, these sets, and I've got a couple issues with them that I think Lego should be taking into account and realizing that these sets and the way they're marketed is just doing more harm than good for people 4 and up that want to play with Lego. And yes, I get that these sets are for little babies and kids and stuff and blah, 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 blah. But as a fan of Lego, I want to see them going in the right direction with every age group, and I don't think these 4+ sets are quite hitting the nail on the head. So before I get into the major issues I have with the 4+ sets, there are a couple of things they get right. One of which is the fact that they include, of course, regular minifigures. Like, I'm going to be referencing this Batman set throughout this entire video, but this applies to all the ones, Star Wars, superheroes, all the 4+ sets, they're all the same, they all have the same problems, but this is just the one I happen to have my hands on. But yeah, so the first thing that these 4+ sets are doing right is that they chose to include actual real Lego minifigures rather than, I'm sure there was some corporate office meeting with some big people in some big chairs talking, and there may have been some consideration of including like bigger figs or more Duplo-like minifigures. And I'm glad they went the Lego route, just because when the kids who buy these sets or get these sets as gifts grow up, they'll have actual Lego minifigures in their collection and not, some big figs that they're just gonna wish they got a different set with actual good figures in them. And then this also makes the sets slightly usable and attractive to adults like myself. The second and only other thing these sets get right, because I want to be mad at them so I can't name too many good things, but they only use prints, no stickers, which I think everybody can agree is a great thing when building. I don't know, maybe there's some people that like stickers, but you're a different problem. But yeah, you can see like this Batman logo, for example, it's all printed, which is a big thumbs up and a very smart move for a set for kids especially, but for anybody. It's a more enjoyable experience when you don't gotta, whip out the X-Acto knife and get all those stickers perfect if you're crazy like me. With all the good out of the way, I think this is where the rant begins. The first major issue I have with this 4+ line, and in specific this big huge 4+ logo, is I don't know if Lego understands this or not, but kids don't want to be treated like kids. Kids, little kids especially, they want to be adults. They want to be grown up, and they don't want their toys to be labeled, this is for big babies like you. The kids don't want that, and Lego needs to realize that branding like this is not going to attract kids, which obviously is the demographic they want, but understand, kids don't want to be kids. And they shouldn't be treated like little kids if you're trying to, give them what they want. They want to be treated like adults, treat them like adults, and take them a little more seriously. Don't put a big red 4+ sticker on the box. Second major issue, all of these sets come with like massive pieces. I mean, all the planes, boats, all the vehicles end up with this huge gray piece. This whole thing is one piece, and that's just straight up redonk. Kids need to play and modify and craft and engineer and learn and grow and make their brains bigger. And they're not going to do that when a set comes with one massive piece that can't be changed. I understand the premise of using the giant pieces to make the build simpler, but in the long run, you're just making like big action figure boats now. You're not making a Lego set, which is any kid who wants a Lego set, they want a Lego set. They don't want these massive pieces that you cannot do anything creative with, and it's just not promoting the building and creativity that I think Lego should, especially to the younger audiences. Now, with the argument that the big pieces are to help make the set easier to build or learn to build, as Lego says, I think there are better ways to do it. Lego's been integrating technology with like the Mario line and Hidden Side, and every kid's got an iPad nowadays. If you want to make the build experience easier, why not do video instructions or, like animated building instructions so we could like show the pieces doing like this. I just think there's many better ways to make an easy to learn and easy to build building experience for a kid that they would get so much more out of than here's a giant piece which is basically built for you already. On the big pieces, again, even further, It's going to discourage kids, I think, from, getting more in depth and into Lego, because they're going to get like 3 different sets and say, oh, what the heck, man, these are like all the same thing. So it's not like giving them that, oh, this set's cool because this and this and this. It's all the same. And again, I just think it's discouraging kids from getting into Lego if you're just going to keep giving them these like giant, massive pieces and dangle it in front of them like they're a little baby at that. Now, I also understand the argument that this big stamp is going to attract parents or grandparents to buying these sets. Maybe they don't know much about Lego and they're like, oh, that looks like it's for teenagers, so I'm not going to buy it. Oh, there's a 4+ one. I can buy that for little Billy Bob and he can build it or whatever. And I understand that. I understand why the marketing like this is good for parents buying sets for their kids, because ultimately a 4, 5, 6-year-old is not strolling into Walmart, grabbing the buggy and buying Lego sets for themselves. I understand that. But for the parent that doesn't know any better, they could be getting their kid something much better for the same or even less cost. Something like a Lego Microfighter, I think, would be perfect for a kid. Like, small set, yeah, there's a lot of small pieces, but you're giving the minifigures anyway, the actual minifigures, which have tiny, chokeable pieces anyway. So what's the difference between that and, some smaller pieces in the actual build? And then, like I said, if they insist on these learn to build kind of ideas, integrate some kind of technology and teach the kid to put it together instead of, doing it for them. And then again, once the parent gets home with this nice new Lego set for the kid, I think they're going to look at the box and see the big 4+ stamp, and it's going to turn them away more than it's going to pull them in my opinion. What could be done to fix this? I think scrap the big 4+ stamp from the box, have your Lego displays in stores, format it in a way where some easier to build or smaller sets, possibly with this online instruction integration, they'll have their own section, and you can put a big 4+ thing in the wall that says, oh, over here is some sets that are good for younger kids. And then the branding of the packaging itself isn't what's going to be turning some kids away, but then it's still catching the eyes of those parents that many believe are the ones that are benefiting from this 4+ marketing and buying sets that they wouldn't otherwise buy because they think it might be too difficult or something. I think for Lego, it's really a matter of pleasing the end consumer, and when the end consumer is a 4, 5, 6-year-old, you don't want to treat them like a little baby and have them thinking that every Lego set is the same and not as fun as it truly is. At the end of the day, it is just a matter of marketing, and I mean, maybe Lego did crunch the numbers and this is the best way to sell as many sets as they can and get the kids involved. Maybe they already covered that, I don't know. I'm just some guy who thinks I, as a kid, wouldn't have preferred something like this, let's put it that way. If you agree with me, disagree with me, love 4+, hate 4+, maybe you are 4, let me know in the comments, and let's have a little discussion on what you think about these 4+ stamps. That's basically all I have off my chest, and I appreciate you checking this out. I'll always try to bring some more unique hot takes on Lego, and this is just what came to mind. I'm speaking from my heart for the kids, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.